Welcome to the video. In this video, we are going to discuss Hcf by long division method. Now, Hcf of two or more numbers can be determined by the long division method. And in the previous video, we have done it by factorization. In division method, greater number is divided by the smaller one. The remainder is then treated as a divisor and the first divisor as dividend. The operation is continued till the remainder is 0 and the last divisor is the HCF of the given number. Now, this is all the theoretical part. Let's dive into the example and it would help us understand better. Let's say I have two numbers 1, 0, 9, 5, and the other number is 3, 9, 4, 2. Now I have to find the HCF of these two numbers. So the greater one, I would take the greater one inside. In this case, it is 3942. And this would go here 1095. Now it comes on 3 as 3285. Subtract it as usual. The remainder would be 657. Now for the next step, now this remainder would become the divisor and this first previous divisor would become the dividend. Like make a line here and 1095 would be placed here. Now divide it by 657, the remainder goes on 657. Subtract it, the remainder is 438. Now this is the remainder, it would become the next divisor and the dividend would be the previous consecutive divisor, which is 657. Goes again on 1. Subtracting, remainder is 219. Now this 438 becomes the dividend, and it goes on 2. We have to continue till the remainder is 0 and this one gives us the remainder of 0. Now which number is the HCF? This last number. The last divisor is the HCF, which in our case is 219. So the HCF of both is 219. Now this was a pretty easy case. We just kept on dividing and dividing, changing the positions of dividend and divisor till we reached a 0 remainder. This was for the two numbers. Now I'll also show you how to do it by the three numbers. If you have to take HCF, most probably these types of questions came in the exam. Let's say you have three numbers. Take 516. You can take 1935. For the third number, 3000. Let's say you have to take the HCF of these three numbers. Now, how would you decide which two numbers are to divide first and what would be the procedure of the whole HCF thing? So, by this, you take the first two numbers like 516 and 1935. Smallest and then the second one, first and second one. The largest one is kept aside for the moment. Now, in two of these, 1935 goes inside as it's the largest one. The larger number goes inside. 1935 goes inside and 516 remains outside. Now we'll divide it. It comes in 3, 1, 5, 4, 8. Subtract. Sorry, it's a bit clumsy. 387 is the answer. Now you make this remainder a divisor and first divisor become the dividend, which is 516. Now divide it again on, it goes on 1, 387. Subtracted, answer is 129. Repeating the same step as above. This goes on 3 and gives us the remainder 0. Now if it were for these two numbers only, the 129 last divisor would have become the HCF, but that's not the case. We have this third number 3000 here. So we take this and we take this number. This one is the largest number, so it would go inside. While 129 goes outside. Now divide it. Firstly, it would go on 2, 258. Subtract 420. Next it goes on 3, 387. Subtract, the remainder is 33. Now this becomes the dividend. Goes on the table of 3. $99. Subtract, answer is 30. Basically just repeating the whole steps from the previous one. Three times the 30, and the remainder is finally 0. Now you might ask, which one is the HCF? Is it this 129 or is it the last number for this one, 3? So the answer is 3. We go with this 3. So the HCF of these 3 numbers is 3. That was the few examples. For the quiz, you can find the HCF of 735 and 115 using a long division method, and you can show me the answer in the comment section. I'll try to respond